Outdoorsnists. I'm back with the other Outdoorsnists. And today, we're doing something a little different. I've got a week off, and I'm going to spend it driving down to Florida. The hottest part of the country. Well, not the hottest, but the hottest part on the eastern seaboard. The hottest time of the year, the hottest year on record so far. It's going to be long, it's going to be sweaty. I don't know what's going to happen. But we're about to leave Bennington now, just as soon as the auxiliary clue gets out of here. There goes one. There's the other one. Alright, our first stop is, where is it? Delaware?
Yep.
Delaware, to see Brother Squatch or Kevin Squatch or whatever you want to call him. And then from there we're going to go to Gettysburg, Pennsylvania, to tour the battlefield there. I was there years and years ago. Dad's here wanted to go forever, so that's going to be our first stop. And then after that we don't really know. We know our final destination is Miami, Florida. So anyway, let's see how this goes. Alright, 6 hours later, and we've reached Newark, Delaware, at Kevin Squatch's house. It's a pretty uneventful ride. The traffic wasn't too bad. No detours, anything like that. Didn't get lost. I got busted my phone charger, but that's about it. So anyway, not a bad...
It's hotter than hell.
It is hot as hell. Yeah, we've been in the truck all day, so we don't know. But anyway, time to rest up here, get some supplies, whatever we forgot. And then probably tomorrow we'll head out for Gettysburg. So, alright, we're up. It's Sunday. We're gassed up. And we're headed out of Newark and on our way to Gettysburg. Not much else to report right now. Alright, we made it to Gettysburg, Pennsylvania. We decided to park in the recreation park. Just to have somewhere to sit. We've only had one mishap so far. Mr. Tailgate decided to pop open on us, and we didn't realize it until we lost the piece of plywood that was here, a cooler, and I think one of the camp chairs. But everything else is here. Most of what I really did not want to lose is still here. And to keep that from happening again, we got a little strap on it. This thing always was a little hinky to begin with, but might be time to get it fixed. So, anyway, let's go traipse around Gettysburg, Pennsylvania, and see if we can't find some sandwiches or something. Alright, change of plans. We decided to leave the rec park, which is a terrible place to park in Gettysburg if you want to like explore its downtown. We thought the Gettysburg Cemetery would be better. It is a better place to park, but it is not too great for exploring the downtown. And we're getting a little hungry and got to use the facilities, so we're going to see what they got for facilities around here. And it seems a little weird they'd have like a snack bar at a cemetery. That seems a little off, so I don't think we're getting any food just yet. But anyway, let's walk around and see what we can see. Here's the thing. Oh, it's like a map of the battlefield. Alright, so the story is, when I was in 8th grade, like, for some reason they spend half of the school year teaching us about nothing but the Civil War. And all of this culminated in a field trip to Gettysburg. And it was a pretty good time. It was a school thing, so they had tours arranged for us and everything. We went around. So it's, I don't know, 20, 25 years since I was in 8th grade, back here, exploring on my own. Dad's Squatch always wanted to see it, so we figured we'd add it to our stops on our way down to Miami, Florida. And I'll figure out what I want to do in Miami when I get there. So I don't know. Anyway, we're going to explore some Gettysburg. I'll turn the camera on when I can find something interesting or worth filming, but it's gonna be a lot of Civil War stuff. Alright, see you in shortly. There, I'll try an experiment. Alright, he's safe in the grass. Dad Squatch is looking for the welcome center here. I don't remember any of this. Like, I don't remember this weird trail. I don't know. It's been a long time, decades, since I've been to Gettysburg, so none of this looks at all familiar. But that's fine. And if it looked the same, what would be the point of coming here, right? So anyway, we're gonna check out the museum and the gift center. Maybe that'll give us some good leads on where to go next. We do need to figure out where we're going to sleep tonight. Absolute doomsday scenario, we can just drive back to my brother's house, but that's like 2 hours away from me, and I don't want to do that. So, we're going to check out the visitor center, gift shop, all that, and then, like I was saying, maybe think about getting some food, and then securing a place to sleep for the night. There it is. Alright, I checked out the museum and the gift center. Dad Squatch bought a shot glass. And now we're taking the Cemetery Ridge Trail. Through, I don't know if this is the Cemetery or the Battle. I think it's the cemetery.
Cemetery's up there.
Cemetery's up that way, we think. We're going to check out these monuments along this here trail. It's only 80 degrees out, which for here is pretty chilly.
It's relaxing.
It's a nice breeze. The breeze is doing a lot.
Stand.
I'm going to stand here and get my picture taken. I'm going to film it and taking my picture. Anyway, what was cool at the museum? The only thing I remember from that museum is they had like a piece of a tree they'd taken out. Because I guess what happened in the battle was when they'd shoot at or shell a patch of woods, like just an enormous amount of lead balls and whatnot would get caught in the trees. So the trees were all riddled with ammunition and things like that. So that was neat. Now we're going to head up this trail and see what else we can see. Short and sweet. Gets the pertinent information across. What is that? I don't know if you can see it on the camera. There's some weird army vehicle driving off the road. Anyway, we've decided we're actually going to drive to Pennsylvania's monument. It's a little bit far. We're going to look at monuments on our way back to where we parked. I'm going to try to figure out how to walk back up there without desecrating walls. I think you go this way. Anyway, it looks like other people will step over this, but I don't know if they want you doing that or not, but I did it. Anyway, I'm not anything even remotely resembling a historian or anything like that, so if you want to learn more about Gettysburg, just you come here or go online. Did you break your leg?
Nope.
No. We wouldn't have lasted very long in the Civil War. Probably would have died of
They told us to run north when they got south.
yeah, we'd have gone the wrong direction. We'd have been killed immediately by disease or something. So, anyway. Alright, back to the car, and then maybe we'll check out the Pennsylvania Monument, which is the biggest of the monuments, because obviously the battle was in Pennsylvania. So. Alright, we made it. Would have been much easier to drive here. I'm glad we made that decision. This looks like the most popular part of the battlefield, actually. You got all these people, tour buses, cars coming through. That's where we were over that way. Looks like we got some, what we hope are reenactors. I'm assuming they're okay with you filming them. I haven't heard anybody complain about it. That guy doesn't look like he belongs. I wonder what these guys are doing. Looks like they got a guy in a rebel outfit off of that way. So where it is, the battlefield at night is haunted as hell. I were a less mature person, I might think it pretty funny to get together with my friends in period costume and skulk around the battlefield at night scaring the crap out of people, but that would be silly. What are they doing? They're headed that way, but I don't know to what end. And then there's that guy just walking next to him. I don't know what's going on here. So. Anyway, let's take a closer look at the Pennsylvania Monument. I just noticed you can go way up to the top there. Both he and I have a terrifying phobia of high places, so we're probably not going to do that. But what I am going to do is go up to the second highest place, and then I'm going to tell you a story about high places at Gettysburg. So yeah, if you come to the monument, it's huge compared to the other monuments. It's enormous. And it's got all the lists of names of people who fought for Pennsylvania in the war, or in this battle at least. Probably during the war, I don't know. Like I said, if you're looking for a Gettysburg documentary, this is not it. Yeah, I guess you can go up to the top of that thing, but we're not doing that. Anyway, here's a fun story about high places in Gettysburg. So, when I was here, it was before 2000, and they had what the locals called the Butt, which stood for the Big Ugly Tower. It was a 400-foot observation tower. I don't know exactly where it was around here, but you could go to the top of it and basically see see the entire battlefield. And you know, they had little things in the rotunda or whatever where it was, you know, kind of like basically just a tower to look at the battlefield. They ended up blowing it up or demolishing it because I guess the locals hated how it looked compared to everything else around here. I mean, you don't really see anything, you know, enormous like that. And it wasn't a monument or anything. It was just like an observation tower. So the funny part is, like I said, I am absolutely horrified of high places, but I was in Gettysburg for like a school trip, and I was going to do it. I'm just like, screw it. I'm just going to throw myself in that. I'm not taking the stairs. I'm just going to throw myself in that elevator, ride to the top. Once I'm up there, I'm up there. Nothing for it. So me and this other kid, he also didn't like heights, so we threw ourselves in this elevator, and we started going up, and then we realized the elevator has glass doors. So it was like a horror show. But anyway, I get up to the top, and I don't remember much of it. I think I was just horrified out of my mind by being up that high. I didn't look out at the battlefield that much. I remember just like running out to the edge, like looking out, and then running. I kept away from the edge. You could go up to the even higher, but like the stairs were like see-through nonsense. It was horrible. Anyway, I have no opinion on whether they should have knocked it down or not. I do know I would, if it was here right now, I wouldn't be going to the top of it. So, anyway, that's my story about high places in Gettysburg. I don't know what the deal with this is. It's a monument for the 90th Regiment of Pennsylvania Volunteers, but I'm not sure why there's a cannonball with 3 other balls. It says erected by the Survivors Association of Virtue, Liberty, and Independence. Anyway, I don't know what this is about, but we did talk to one of the reenactor people. They're part of a reenactment group that he said this is like the one time a year they get up here, so I think it's like the Ren Fair people almost, but for Civil War stuff, so that was my gathering. Anyway, we asked him about his clothes fit. He was out there. Asked him about places we can camp around here. He didn't have too many ideas, but he did leave me thinking it might be worth it to like use one of the paid campgrounds if they've got some openings. I mean, it is a Sunday and it is sort of the off season for the battlefield, so July 4th, I think that's the big time, and then that's obviously right around when the battle was fought, if not on the day the battle was fought. I can't remember. Again, I'm not Ken Burns, so don't ask me about history. But anyway, we're talking to Civil War guy made me think we definitely want to use a paid campground. So I think once we're done here, I'm going to call one of those places and see if I can't get a reservation or something like that. And then once sleeping arrangements are taken care of, we can go to the Walmart, we can get food, and replace the crap that fell out of the back of the truck earlier. I'm still irritated about that. Not a big deal. The cooler I lost, there was nothing in the cooler, it was empty, so not a bad loss. And then the only thing was there was like a chair that I had used for hunting at one point, but I haven't used it, so. And then the other thing was a piece of plywood, so I ain't too worried about it. More cannons. So we got the Army of the Potomac. Lord. These are big ones too. In the museum they had a little video on what went into firing one of these. It was quite a bit. You had to well, aim it for one, and then you had to load it, and you had to get the hell away from it when you shot it. So blow it back several feet, and they had to reposition the whole thing. So, yeah, shooting the gun actually looks pretty intense. I'd hate to think about what being shot at by the gun is like. It'll be worse. Alright, we're at the New York Monument. You can see it's a little bigger than some of the others. Not as big as Pennsylvania. We were wondering where the Vermont Monument is. But I don't want to get heat stroke looking for it. So, and given everything else I've seen here today, I'm guessing the Vermont Monument is probably not that large. Hell, that could be it right there for all I know, next to that rock. But not to diminish our accomplishments or contributions, but I'm just saying that the Vermont Monument probably isn't that large. So, what I do find interesting is this field over here. Not getting run over is pretty cool. Here's what I've noticed about the field. There's a lot of milkweed. Milkweed's cool, but there's also a lot of mullein, I cannot pronounce it. Right there's a stalk of it. And as you can see, it's all over the place out here. Anyway, neat thing about this battlefield is all the wildflowers that pop up. I don't know if they're wildflowers or what they are, but a lot of plant life in it. Varying variety. So. Anyway, I think we're going to head back to the truck, and then I'm going to see what the campsite reservation scene is like. So, we'll see how well that goes. So this is supposed to be like a outdoor foraging nature channel. Here I found a tree, some kind I don't recognize because it's in Pennsylvania and I don't live around here. So anyway, if you know what kind of tree this is that dropped these seed pods, let me know in the comments, and then like and subscribe. That's not the video, we're not done yet, but you should still like and subscribe. Alright, we just restocked in Walmart, which was an adventure on its own. The cooler I bought, the zipper broke instantly the second I got out here, so I wasn't having that. So I walked back, returned it. That took a little while, and then someone forgot I left him with the keys. And locked himself out of the truck. Anyway, we're fine now. We're fine.
We're not.
We're going back to we're gonna go find this campsite now and see how well that goes. So
Plug that in before we get going.
yeah, here goes. All right, we made it into our campsite. It took a little while to find the thing, but we found it. All right, so we're gonna post up here for the night. I think. Almost think we're in 2 campsites, but she said it didn't matter which one we parked in, so I don't think it matters. I guess that's another campsite. You share a fire pit. That's not cool. Yeah, alright, we're gonna get set up, and then we'll be set up. Alright, we got the truck tent set up. It didn't go too bad. I lost the direction, but now he's inflating his inflatable mattress. I have trees, so I'm going to use my hammock. I brought way too many kinds of tents. I'm glad I did. Now I just gotta find a place to string the damn thing. That's pretty long. This is pretty short. I think my best bet is right here. That's technically in the other campsite, but you know what? I don't think anyone else has rented it, and we're not going to be here very long tomorrow. So I don't know I don't really have a checkout time, but anyway, let's string up the old hammock. I'm running low on batteries, otherwise I'd film that. But all right, we get it set up. Fans of the outdoorsness will remember that I had to reconfigure my tie lines here, because one of the first times I used it, I'd use a knife to untie it because it just tightened too tight, and that damaged the rope. The second time I set it up, snap. Sent the little metal bit here flying into God knows where. So I bought a more powerful rope, and then went with a lug nut for that. So anyway, I don't think there's going to be much rain, but I've got the rain fly on mine. Put that on there. So I think now we're gonna work on getting something to eat. Alright, we're making water for tea. Got everything set up. But anyway, we don't know what we're gonna do tomorrow. We think we're gonna head towards Florida and try to get to Florida, and then work our way back just to make sure we have time to get to where we wanted to go and back. Yeah, so we're probably going to call it a night as far as videos go, and then in the morning we'll start off again, batteries permitting. That may be the video. You know what, let's say that's the video. Like and subscribe, and the adventure continues, I guess.